listeners, we are back on Lendi Radio with your one and only RJ Jyo. You know what? We have got an amazing session on design thinking in the college today, and we are here to interview a great special guest of today, our resource person Aparna ma'am from Infosys Vizag. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, as we have shared amazing moments in the session today, we would love to know about you more little. Ma'am, please.
Sure. Well, you can know me as a Vizagite. I am here. I'm born and brought up completely in Vizag, and I've done my electrical and electronics engineering. Ended up at Infosys with a campus placement. Then, I did coding. Though from an electrical background, I did coding. I did learn for about 6 months. Then, Infosys is a place where you can follow your passion. You can just follow your heart. It provides that kind of a platform because they believe in lifelong learning, and they did that. So, this job in the ETA space, learning and development space as a corporate trainer, happened by chance for me. I could prove my skill set. They believed in it. Without a degree in the respective field, they could award me that kind of a space. And I work with the freshers initially for about 2 years. All the freshers, people like you who graduate from college, they should go through me in ETA Mysore. That's how it was. And yes, it's been now 6 years and counting more with Infosys. And I've also entered into a space where I help employees, from different leadership levels with customized learning interventions. And what do I really love about my job is definitely amazing participants who interact with me, who share their perspectives, who do not have any hesitations sharing their ideas as such. I love such sessions, and that's what I love about my job.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, I got little curious when you are telling you deal with graduates like us who are freshers. Ma'am, I would love to know your best experience out of all. A little moment that you can share with us.
Best experience. Well, in the session, on day one, let's say they joined Infosys, they're all quite new, and it's a huge campus in Mysore, and they get lost, and they end up, they're like, oh, what's going to happen, and then we get in. It could be me or any of my team members, and the moment they get to know there's an interactive session, and we got to be very friendly. The smile, it's like it happens. The magic is every time. I cannot just credit it to one similar session, but the smiles and the happiness. Okay, we found somebody who we can relate to, somebody who we can talk to in this corporate jungle, because everything feels so huge and it's a new phase in life. So I love that especially with freshers. And I think my first batch, the first session when I took over, I'll still remember that day. Yeah.
Cool, ma'am. The first things would be always special for everyone. And ma'am, it was great while we were interacting with you in the DTI session. Ma'am, we would love to know little cheat tricks by which we can get into a good company like Infosys or get placed quickly. Something like industry readiness or good employability skills.
Okay. Then I think I'll offer 3 cheat tricks, because 3 is good number. One would be where you should know how to portray what you have done. Well, you could have had real hands-on experience on it, or maybe sometimes it's just theoretical knowledge, but you still have the visualization. If you know how to articulate it, I'm not talking about your English fluency, people. Do not mistake me for that. I'm not asking you to use all fancy words in the vocabulary, in the dictionary. I'm not even bothered about that. But if you can tell me your idea clearly, even in a broken format, I know the courage with which you talk in front of the interview panel, well, that will take you places. That will definitely fetch you a job. You're more likely in, because that is something which is missing in majority of the people, and we look for that confidence. How confidently can you take that task up? Well, the second thing is all about your attitude towards work. Well, or attitude towards learning. Do you really have that, okay, I'll do whatever comes my way, or I will learn and do it? Because learning for me, if you ask me, I can learn using AI, I can learn using Google, anything, it's just at my fingertips. I do not know something today, next minute I know. 10 minutes, you just allow me to Google, I know. or skill set was something I just have to be disciplined, and I'm there with my skill set with that particular language, with Python model, Java model, or anything code development, or maybe you're into some other project. You can still do with your skill sets too, but your attitude that I'll do it, I'll get the task done, that is very important. And when they're interviewing you as well, they're looking for that attitude. Is this person trainable? Will they manage the change? Will they learn what is coming their way? Or will they be very rigid? Oh, I know this already. Or, who is this person to tell me? I'll do it my way, my life, my rules. This kind of an attitude will not really work. So second is all in your attitude. Third, it's all about your presentation that day. It's your D-Day. Well, people think, okay, I can wear a loungewear, I can get into any kind of a thing. How does this matter? It all adds to your brand value as a whole. How are you carrying yourself? How are you, talking to people? Your pleasant smile, your presence, overall your presence itself adds a lot of value. And dressing the part, getting the task done is really very important. And when they're interviewing, maybe, I was on the interview panel for my team too. In that case, we were constantly checking for learnability, constantly checking for attitude, and can this person handle feedback too? Because feedback, great, Aparna is doing great, wonderful, everybody will applaud. Oh, Aparna, you can do it differently. Oh, I'm hurt now, can you show that, okay, I can take this feedback, I can work, I can come back into, with the same learnability attitude? Then that's what, I feel panel members are looking for. And when your HR interviews and maybe your technical interview, you show that you are keen to learn and you can take it forward. You will always, crack all the interviews, and those are the tips I can give.
So, dear listeners, take notes. It's confidence, learnability, and your attitude that matters the most in your interviews. So, ma'am, as you have shared these many insights with us for now, ma'am, what would you want to say about the AI technology or the new technologies that are emerging, and people like me who only like Python or something else are struggling with other coding languages? What would be your advice for those?
Well, AI, I feel it should help people. Because like the way Google makes our life easy, AI should make it even more easier. That's it. Well, with respect to AI and how it can occupy certain jobs as well, and how it can maybe suggest, like you ask a piece of code, it might give you, but you should still have the ability to review what your AI is giving you, because not everything in the AI is again right. AI can hallucinate. We still require human interference to review that. Well, and all you need, let's say you're interested in AI, you're interested in Python, you're interested in Java, learn one language, you can always appreciate the other languages. It's not that I'll only do Java or I'll only stick to big data. You just have to learn one, and depending upon what is trending with your organization, we align our interests. Well, even at Infosys, if you ask, there's this generic training and stream-specific training. Well, in generic training, we come up with anything like Java or Python, something which is very generic. Everybody will go through it, and then we put them into a stream-specific training. It's not like, okay, I like this, I will do it. Because from then on, it's about business requirement. Whatever will give you money, you should be there if you want to earn money and need a comfortable life. Yes.
So, ma'am, now that you have mentioned about this generic training and the specific training, could you please elaborate it for our listeners so that they would get a goal set in their mind to launch their journey in the company?
Okay. For launching your journey, well, you can come to us with your, just your fresh minds. We can help you pick from there. I do not know any coding. You come to us, but you have to give your time and energy and everything in just 4 months. But if at all you have like some time, because you still have maybe second year, third year, you still have some time to prepare, it's always good to improve your vertical learning. When I say vertical, pick up any language, maybe Python, because it's easy, and learn it in a very deeper manner. It should be like a vertical, as deep as you can, as much as you can. Because once you understand that, anything we give you in the training, because the training also comes with an assessment. You don't clear the assessment, you also get to leave the company. Because those are all the policies by which the company works. It's more like a corporate university. So the penalty you have, and if you do not clear the assessment, is exit batch. You don't want to end up there, and you want to perform better. you focus on any language of your choice. If at all software companies is your target, well, because when it comes to engineering, I understand we also want core jobs, and we are not really interested in software jobs, desk jobs. They're looked down upon. But I feel because we are in this generation, everything is taken care by technology. At least learning one programming language to the vertical, like understand it to the best. Later, you can do a different job altogether, but that will give you the leverage for something that is ahead in the future. If it's not software job, you can be in a different sphere, but learning Python will help you have a different thought pattern, different critical thinking that is there. So you have all these byproducts with you. So for Infosys training, choose any language, choose anything vertical, then whatever there's there in the training, you'll be able to take it on the go.
Thank you, ma'am. So people don't get disappointed. Just learn vertically, as ma'am have told. Learn things deeper. And ma'am, as you have mentioned, we can also follow our passion. Like, you train the people who enter into the company, and many of us want to explore more things rather than just sitting at the system and doing the job. What would be your say on that, following our passion in the company?
You can do that whenever you find the right opportunity. Like, let's say, you should be very clear what you really want to. Because I am clear with what I wanted, and it just happened that, very coincidentally it happened that I found the right job. But I've also seen cases where my colleagues, with different people in the team, that did not happen immediately. Some people, they worked in the project with codes and everything for about 9 years, 10 years, and then they got the opportunity, then they made that switch. So making that switch, it's possible at any point in time. It might happen very soon, right in time for some people. For some people, it might get delayed. But that doesn't mean you'll stop pursuing your passion. Let's say I'm not into this sphere where I'm interacting with people. I'm not doing this on a daily basis. I would have still done coding like other people at Infosys. I might still be some developer, tester, whatever that would be. But I will not stop pursuing my hobbies. Maybe I'll still speak. I'll maybe put myself into a professional speakers club, or I'll put myself into Toastmasters club. I'll have goals over there, and that way at least I'm very happy. It's all about how you find the thing you do, and whatever you do, how is that you find that one thing you love about it. Sometimes you absolutely could hate it, but there, it's just that silver lining. How is that you find your silver lining and you keep going, because things do change. Life, it goes on. Nothing is permanent. Change is the only thing that is constant, and that will keep you running.
So, ma'am, as you have shared many things about life by now, can we get a single tip or a little thing that you would want to share with our listeners today, so that we would experience good company or something good that would leave us a mark?
Yes. So sure. Well, this is about for all the freshers, because you're right in the college time, and I can give you this tip. It would be about you leaving the fear behind to communicate, because it's not about English language fluency. Because when you come into the company, we interact with you, and then people come back. Many of the trainees out there, they tell me, well, I'm not able to speak. I am not able to go ahead because my language is an issue. Well, language, mother tongue influence, I think these are all secondary. The first thing is definitely your courage. Maybe you take it in baby steps. Start by speaking. Maybe it's like every opportunity, because your college is a playground. You go ahead anytime your teacher is asking a question, or any opportunity in your English lab, or just that you have to speak up in your class. You just go there, stand there for a minute, stare at everybody, see how it feels, come back. The next time you go there, maybe you will see how you can utter some words. Next time you go there, you focus on how you can stop, maybe using uhs and ums. Next time you think about how to improve fluency. So, and all of this can be built day by day, step by step, but all that matters is your courage and confidence, your confidence to speak up, and the rest is history. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll definitely get out of our comfort zone, and you will definitely see most of our faces in training again. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving your amazing interview now, and thank you for giving us your valuable time. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.